Holy shit, dude. This Discord's going nuts.
All right, the stream is up, Greg. There are about 5 people watching now, so
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are here for Lightning Speed Racing Round 5. This is Greg Jennings joining T-Bone in the booth, and I am very excited for this one. I have never seen one of these races myself yet, but I can't wait to get into this action, and I know some of these drivers here are very, very high quality, so we're looking forward to it. And looks like we got Silverstone to go tonight, which is going to be, of course, an excellent race, as it always is. The home of Formula One. T-Bone, how are you doing tonight?
doing
Or today, I guess,
fantastic.
for us.
I'll be sitting next to the legendary commentator driver, Greg, and Mushroom Cup royalty, a league I also have some connections with. Yeah, I'm excited to do this, man. I don't think we've ever done this before, right? Have we done comms together?
I don't think we have. Yeah, usually it's one or the other.
Usually you
But
just
here
kind
we
of
are.
stay away from me, so we're here now in the same spot. And no, it'll be fun, man. And again, Greg, this is a quality grid, man. We got a lot of Lightning Cup guys here. Mac
Absolutely.
T, Tom 1998, TTV Canam, recent additions to this league, as well as Lofty Pickle, Vacant Haddock, very good driver, as well as Nander. Just some of the guys you might not know as well. Then, of course, there's the Mangoes, the B Toms, the Robin R's. So we'll have a good one today, Greg, I think.
Now, in terms of the standings and whatnot, we can quickly talk about that. You mentioned B Tom. He is currently dominating this one, at least from a driver's standpoint, in that McLaren. So we're going to see if anyone can kind of chip into that lead tonight. He is an excellent racer. I've spent many races with him, and if you beat him, you know you did something special. So we're going to see if anyone can challenge his hand on the trophy, so to speak, so far. But still, lots of races left to go. This is only round 5. What is there? 12 rounds in total, I think. So lots of time to make up, but so far, B-Tom is the man to beat.
Yeah, as it tends to always turn out that way. But again, Tom, Mac T, Lofty Pickle, and TTV, recent additions to the league. I know giving B Tom about a 75-point head start's never going to be ideal, but you know what? From a race to race perspective, I think we're in for a great one. Also, shout out to a last minute addition here, another one, Mushroom Cup driver,
Yes.
Lightning Cup driver, Star Cup alumni, IFM driver. He's everywhere. Just basically, he's a professional, man. That's how I would describe him. Greg, what do you have to say about another one?
Yeah, he's absolutely a professional. He knows what he's talking about, knows what he's doing, knows how to race clean, and knows how to defend as well. Like he really can mix it up there, and from time to time, he can definitely challenge at the front. At least the races that I've seen with him. We'll see how high up he can get tonight. Obviously, the grid is definitely a step up here, but I'm excited to see what he can do filling in last minute here in the Ferrari. And it looks like we are getting going here, Bone. Countdown has begun for our
Incredible, man.
short qualifying.
And again, for we couldn't pick a better track. This is my favorite track to watch and race in this game. It always produces exciting races, and it usually comes down to the last sector. So,
Absolutely, yeah.
as
The
you know very
DRS is
well.
incredibly strong. You can stick with a faster guy for sure, if as long as you don't make too many mistakes. And that'll be really key when we get into that opening phase of the race is to see who can stick with those faster guys. Because that first lap might be the best opportunity to get away. And it's very hard to drop someone once they're on your tail on the round here. There's a lot of air being pushed through those cars, and anything you can get to reduce that drag really, really helps. So I'm excited. We'll see just how this qualifying session goes, first of all. And then also, of course, the weather is always a question mark around here as well. Rain can come and go. It can stick around the whole time. We'll see what we get in
And
about 10 seconds here.
for those wondering when T-Bone got so knowledgeable about racing, that's not T-Bone talking. That is Greg Jennings. I am T-Bone. Greg is joining me this week to do this commentary gig. Commissioner of the Mushroom Cup, maybe the on-track leader of the Mushroom Cup. So this will be fun. Quite the driver.
Thank you,
Um,
Bowen. Thank you.
and again,
Looks
though,
like
the
we're
guy.
starting dry here as well.
Yep. Any predictions, Greg?
Oh
Driver
man, well
wise,
it's sorry, weather-wise, it's
driver
always
wise.
at least driver-wise.
Yeah.
Um, I haven't seen too many of these guys together, but I certainly know who has the pace from what I've seen. I predict the McLarens of MacT and B Tom to be up there,
Um,
challenging each other, as well as hopefully Robin getting in there as well.
a guy you're not as familiar with, TTV Canam. I met him last
Yes.
week right before the Lightning Cup race. He got in about 3 minutes before the race. I was scrambling watching his race footage before I let him in. That's why we started late. I know he's a top time trial guy, but I wanted to see if he could race. He was amazing. He steps into the Lightning Cup race, no practice, was P1 after both qualifying sessions, the first two. The race didn't go the way he wanted, but I just thought that was incredible. And last night he won our 5 lap eliminator tournament. Or no, sorry, he came in P2, slightly losing to B Tom. So, Greg, a guy to look out for sure. I know you don't know him as well.
I actually did. He was my teammate for that Brazil race, and he did actually start relatively near to me, so we definitely had some racing moments. Very clean, very respectful. There was a brief mistake he made, which I benefited from, but I agree, he definitely has the skills, and he showed a lot of pace in those qualifying sessions. Speaking of which, looks like a lot of cars now are out on those red wall soft tires. Looks like it might be Nander 25 in the Williams first up. And everyone's just peeling out now,
So
trying to get this first lap in.
Nander's someone I don't know too much about, but he has been racing really well in the races I have spectated. So keep an eye on him.
He will be the first to set
He
the
will.
benchmark.
Okay, just a
And
couple other
then
cars on track here.
some Red Bulls behind him. Yeah.
Shout out to Mac T also here on the track. Always exciting to watch. The king of the triple overtake.
Tom 98 as well, another solid driver who I've had the privilege of racing with as well in the Lightning Cup. He's about to start a lap now in the Red Bull. I think he's going to be about third up here in the order.
Greg, he's already 50% battery here, so.
Oh, that's not the best way to warm up. Yeah, 60, 70 now as he gets ready for his lap. That's definitely going to hurt him. Maybe he's doing a double warm-up lap here because he's not using the battery right now.
Yeah. But yeah, let's see what Nander's doing here. If he is on that hot lap yet.
Yeah, he's definitely going for it in the traditional sense. You see him kind of pull over to the left a little bit, but I think he probably should have done that a little bit more down that straight. That is one characteristic around this track this year. It's very bumpy, and the friction generated going over those bumps slows down the cars actually quite substantially if you follow just the traditional racing line all the time. And through that first straight there, I believe it's the Wellington straight, it is a little bit bumpy, so we're just going to see some drivers pulling off to the left there. Anyway, though, Nander is continuing his lap now through the very famous and high-speed Maggots and Beckett sequence, getting on to the Hangar Straight now, opening that DRS. Let's see what kind of lap time he will set here. Of course, he's purple so far, but he's the first one to set those times. And now further behind, Tom, we mentioned him, it looks like he's ready to go on this next occasion, so we'll see what he can do. But Nander will be the first to cross the line here in the Williams with a 26.7. Let's see how that compares to the other racers here. Mac T's on his hot lap through Maggots and Beckett's.
Blowjobber there. The only driver who drives with no hands. Unbelievable there. As Emerge comes into P2 there. He was also a late addition by yours truly. Let's see what Mac T can do here, Greg.
Yeah, coming now towards the final chicane of the lap. You really want to avoid the curbing, the red curbing on the inside and the outside as you turn into there. Can really upset the car. He does so, and he gets to pole position for now with a big step up, which TTV almost matches. But MacT is now setting the benchmark time of a 26.2, which was a big
Robin R
improvement that
there
time.
went into P3 with that. He actually had a kind of sloppy last couple corners, so that's an impressive lap still.
Let's see who else is on a lap here. Looks like Mango. You've mentioned him
Here we
before, T-Bone.
go. The quality
He's
merchant.
got the skills to really set a hot lap and put some corners together. He's definitely looking to shake that reputation a little bit, but right now he is at his best. Let's see how he finishes this one off in the
The
Mercedes.
first ever Lightning Cup winner too, man. He took it home in Brazil, so
Absolutely.
he's more
A
than a quality
formidable
merchant,
threat.
folks. Like Mega
And
does
right
it to
now,
me.
not as close to the top as he would like to be, but he's right in the mix there. I'm sure a couple mistakes, a couple things could have been done better, and he will definitely have a shot for this pole position tonight. But for now, he's in P3, 26.411. 10th or so separating him, maybe a little bit more than that, and MacT. So Robin, as well as you mentioned, is in there.
A driver that is seemingly on a hot lap here, Jordan Two Wavy. Greg, what's the scouting report on this guy? Mushroom Cup driver, constantly improving.
Yes, he has quickly arisen through our ranks, and he did kind of start out in our lower tier, but then moved up and has been very consistent throughout. He's a great driver as well. A couple incidents attributed to him lately, but aren't we all guilty from time to time? And he's in the Sauber, which I feel like he's in all of the time for whatever
It's a
reason. That's
fitting
just how
car
it's
for him,
worked
I
out.
think, for how he drives. He's an electric personality. I just like to keep the crazies in the bright cars, so you know where they are. You know.
You keep an eye on him.
I'm kidding. I love Jordan, man. He's a
Yeah,
legend.
Jordan certainly is a measured driver. Let's
And
see what he can do. The there's a Mercedes
oh,
right in the way. That's not going to help him
that's not
there.
good there.
Into Stowe, just on the racing line. I think that might have been Mango actually.
Mango. That's not how you
A little bit
tango with the
naughty there.
mango. See what
Anyway,
Jordan
though,
could produce.
Jordan crossing the line to P11 for now, a 27.4, so about a second and a little bit more than that off the pole position. But I think, yeah, he definitely was compromised going into Stowe. That'll be something to take a look at, I'm sure.
Will not be a happy
Lofty
mango.
Pickle. I
Here's
think Lofty's
Ozan.
on a lap here.
Okay, yeah. Can we just see what Ozan's going to get in here? I don't know Ozan too well,
Ozan,
but he is round in the last corner
Williams
there.
through the chicane, trying to keep that speed up, and now use all the battery. Looks like he just ran out there at the end.
Oh,
He's going to be
okay.
down there in P12, just behind Jordan.
Okay, back to a driver we both know pretty well, Lofty Pickle, Greg. Someone you've competed against for a long time.
Yeah, we'll see what he can do in the Haas. Around here now, going through Stowe. Obviously, very easily flat out this year. If you're not doing that, you really should be, because now he's going to keep that speed up through this very, very high speed and dangerous section of the track. Maggots and Beckett's really is make or break for this final straight. You want to carry as much momentum down and also save just a little bit of battery for these last two straights here. Looks like he's doing great, though. And he's going to be potentially kind of a little bit above Jordan, maybe a little bit higher than that. We'll see what kind of lap it is here. Yeah, okay, quite a bit more than I thought. So 26.8 for him. That puts him into P7. And B-Tom Bone is now heading out for his hot lap. I believe he is ready to
Okay,
go now.
let's see what he can
So
do
we'll keep
here.
an eye on him. I think he's the next up in the next sequence here.
This young, unproven upstart looks to make a name for himself. Of course, we've
Doesn't
known this
need to
guy.
qualify at the front either. He knows
Yep,
how to just
he's a race
put
pace
that
guy.
race pace together, get that strategy on point, and he can put a good lap together as well, of course. So
Yeah.
he is very difficult to beat.
Greg, I kind of
And like
liken
I
him
said,
to yourself and Hemi in the sense that maybe like your qualifying times won't always blow you away. Maybe you're always around that P3, 4, dare I say 5 range. But once that race starts, man, that race pace is, and race management and racecraft is there, you know? So,
and like I mentioned earlier, you saw B-Tom there. He is aware of those bumps. He pulled well to the left side, and that's definitely different for this game. Not everyone knows that.
it's
But
funny.
now
You know,
He's
Greg, we
finishing
did
this lap off.
him, Chenzo, and I did Star Cup commentary one week for China, and the things he was pointing out on the track, like bumps and where to stay, I've never heard anyone talk like this about the game. So, yeah, just to
Yeah,
your point,
he is professional. He is precise. He is fact driven as well. He doesn't get emotional. He just logically looks. Oh, he's right next to the Red Bull there. Logically looks at the situation and just figures out the best
100%,
possible strategy. He's not one of
100%.
those guys that gets rattled.
You know, Greg,
Very
we've known him
consistent.
for about 5 years. He's never been, maybe he
Oh,
was a
look at
little,
this.
but yeah,
Oh, okay. Sorry, Bone. There
it's
was a
okay.
Williams that was just starting the lap right in front of him. I thought it might have caused a bit of a held up there.
Let's see.
A hold up,
Okay,
sorry, into P4 for now. I think he
yeah.
did lose some time just being a little
You
bit
think,
tentative
yeah,
as that looked a little scary there.
fair enough, yeah.
But that's very good nonetheless. He will be in the hunt as well. But
Kanan
yeah,
here,
you mentioned
Kanam,
he's been around for
Kanam,
5 years, right?
Kanami, I'm sorry. He told us last night he crosses the line. Goes into P1,
Oh!
and Mac T looking to answer as well.
Yeah,
Or no, he
he's
just
just
finished the lap.
began his
So.
lap. Oh no, just finished it.
Yeah.
You're right,
So
yes.
Mango, let's have a look here at Mango. If you want to tango with the Mango.
So he's just about a third or so of the way through, just past sector 1 there. Purple sector 1. See what it is at the end of the lap.
Greg, are you able to see what we have streaming, just out of curiosity? Or do you have like a laptop or phone open? I'm just curious.
I have my phone, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Take
yeah.
a look.
No, you're good, you're good. I was just wondering.
Always nice to see the viewer engagement. I guess I'm not used to not seeing that.
Well, yeah, no, just so you know, I got Mango's POV up right now as he does his haul lab. It's always fun.
So
Look
now
at that.
through Stowe here, purple sector 2, I believe. That's what the game was showing. Tom98 has moved up to P3, I believe.
Nice.
But let's see what Mango here has. I think this is pretty good. There
There
it
we
is.
go,
Into the
Mango.
25s.
Wow. Go
Big
on,
step
Mango.
up there.
The quality merchant himself, Mango. That's what his name is on the Discord. And, it's funny, when we did the exhibition race here, he got knocked out Q1. And, yeah, not an indication of who he is.
Yeah, he's one of those hot lappers, kind of like a Charles Leclerc. Really puts the car on the edge. And I think sometimes that might bite him a bit. You mentioned the Q1 exit. Maybe there was some mistakes made there.
No,
But
it was
he
it
really
was just
has to push
timing.
it,
He timed it wrong. Then after the
okay,
race,
okay.
I went to congratulate them in the server, and I'm like, "Oh, well, where's Mango?" And someone named Quali Merchant responded to me. I'm like, "This is a guy who just got knocked out Q1. He's calling himself Quali Merchant." But still a little funny story. B-Tom looks to be pushing here, though, Greg.
Yes, he's on another lap here. Through Cops, now into Maggots and Beckett's. Using all of the track there, really smooth lines. Hopefully he can have a bit of a cleaner third sector here. Looks like no one's going to be in front of him, so that probably will be the case.
Shout out Formula Jonah in the chat saying hello to us. Wingish, I took your dogs. Thanks, guys.
Hello to all the viewers. This is Lightning Speed Racing Group 1 action. Some of the best drivers around here to compete for this championship and for this race win. And right now, for this pole position, B-Tom gets closer than anyone has so far, but still just about 2/10 and a little bit more than that behind Mango with a 26.2.
So, Greg, lots of cars in the pits here, perhaps preparing for one last go-round.
Yeah, the pit lane here, as we all know, is incredibly slow, so you want to leave lots of time at the end of the session just to make sure you can get out there. Looks like Ozan is on the track, but he's not setting a competitive time right now. He might be preparing to do so, though. And Mac T is heading out. I think one of the first of those top runners.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think Ozan's going to go on another lap here. Definitely something to keep an eye on while we're waiting for the rest of the drivers.
All right. Show us what you got, Ozan.
Yeah, so even on that first straight, there is an opportunity as well to just go a little bit, in this case, to the right, to just avoid those bumps just a little bit. It does help. It's not as significant, though, as this straight coming up here now. He's on that overtake button. No, he's not. Yeah, I thought he would be. He's on hot lap for now. And yeah, it looks like he's going to go through those bumps. And you see that Williams bottoming out a little bit there. That will cost him about a tenth or so if he's not careful. Maybe not quite that much. Maybe half a tenth. But definitely significant.
Viperize here, also on a out lap. He continues to try to get ahead from Blowjobber. He's in 13th. What?
Gotta do a little bit more work, Blowjobber.
Blowjobber maybe put two hands on the wheel.
Yeah, yeah. Not as smooth as normal.
Again, this
Anyway,
yeah.
Ozan is finishing his lap here. He's got a car in front of him. Hopefully they get out of the way. It's a V-carb. Oh, that was again a little bit questionable there.
Let's have a look at
Mac
Mac T.
Enough.
Is Mac T still got that full
Mac
battery?
T's gonna be next up.
Still got that full battery, so I'm just
Ozan
trying
the
to.
P15.
Yeah, Mac T's not
like,
on a hot lap.
Yeah, he's doing an extra warm-up lap here, so maybe the drivers are feeling like they're quite not getting the tires up to temperature on the first time. He's the second guy I think we've seen try that.
So we're just having a look here at Blowjobber. He is navigating those corners. Yep, exactly.
Again, you see he's going through those bumps on the right side. That'll be my free tip of the evening. I'm sure a lot of these guys know it, but again, that straight, you want to go a little bit to the left there.
And Greg, not the only guy, not the first person to give tips to Blowjobber.
So does he give them or receive them, I wonder? I don't know. Sounds like he gives them.
It is an interesting name, for sure, nonetheless. But yeah,
anyway, he's
sure,
giving us a hot lap to remember here. Heading down the hangar straight now. Lots of speed in that V-carb. Let's see if he can improve from a 27.1 it is currently for him. And the rest of the drivers in the top positions are now on their out laps. And we are just at a minute now left in this qualifying session. Looks like Mac T is on his final lap.
Shout out to Leader Liebag watching from home on his big screen. Gotta love it.
That's amazing. Shout out Leader. Shout out to all the viewers. Everybody. All the Lightning Speed Racing fans and drivers.
13 people watching right now. Shout out Wingish, man. Shout out to the Finland guys. Everyone in here. Alcoholic Husk, Vacant Paddock, the Greg Jennings of LSR, as I call him. He really is, dude. He does it all, man. He races. He was doing comms and racing at the same time 1 week.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
And he's quite a good driver, bro. So who are we gonna look at here, though?
All of these top drivers are on hot laps of their own. It's really tough to figure out who you're gonna pay attention to. Mac T is the furthest along. He's gonna set his time here pretty soon now, going through Maggots and Beckett's for the final time in this qualifying session for him. In that McLaren beside B-Tom. The session is now officially over, so these will be the final laps as they cross the line. Looks like a merge in P12 will stay there or maybe get bumped down a little bit. We will find out. But for now, Mac T is finishing off this lap here. Let's see how he compares to the 25.9 set by Mango. Now, getting close, but again, Mango's time holds. 26.125 for Mac T.
It's TTV.
Oh, B-Tom! Oh my goodness, Bone. B-Tom almost hit a Ferrari there.
Was it? Well, maybe it was another one's retired car. Could have been the retired car.
Or another one, yeah, I think you're
here
right.
comes TTV, though, coming through here.
TTV in the Haas, looking to finish off the qualifying session. Now into P3, that's as high as it'll go for him.
Comes Tom, 1998.
Tom 98, and then B-Tom right after him here. Tom is the P4. B-Tom will start in P1.
Wow.
Look at that. He put it all together on that lap there. And he had the Ferrari scary moment as well.
And Greg, I was saying, if this guy is starting on the pole, that's a problem. Because, Dominant E is normally starting from 3 or 4. So here comes Robin R, though. Super quick.
Oh, he looks like he's abandoned.
Oh, he's out of battery. Head of the Drivers' Union for Lightning Cup, Robin R. Still don't know what that means, but we gave him a position because he was very vocal.
So that's it, Bone. B-Tom takes pole with a 25.932. 600ths of a second ahead of Mango in the Mercedes, followed then by B-Tom's teammate Mac T with a 26.1.
And
All very close up top there.
shout out Jordan Two Wavy. He was in the Star Cup and told me when I took him out, he said, "Good, I was getting bored." Um, well, one, I don't think you're bored anymore, Jordan. And two, I just got a message. These lap times are crazy. If I did my best, I'd be at most P8. So
Oh,
he's not bored anymore, at least.
he's,
So he's
yeah,
good
there
to
you go.
see. And
It just makes you better, right? Whenever you race better people, you have to
look,
just
I
step
mean,
up yourself.
no disrespect to the Star Cup, but he's not racing me. I took your dogs and Kev Wood anymore.
So after Mac T there, it was TTV Kaname, followed by Tom 98, then Nander in the Williams in P6, 4 tenths off that pole time, followed by Robin, then Arbon in the Ferrari, Gaming James in the Aston Martin. Let's see what he can do from P9. Lofty Pickles just on the edge of the points for now in P10. Then it's Blowjobber, Jordan 2 Wavy, Vacant Haddock, Emergency KDs, Viperize, Ozan, and we will get the rest as we head into
If you want your
this
name read, do better.
race here.
Um,
Yes,
I don't know if there's
yes.
formation lap on or off.
Okay, let me
I
see if
guess
I
we'll
can find
find
out.
out here.
Looks
And
like
the
some
weather looks
clouds have rolled in. Is
perhaps
it
ominous
raining?
there,
No.
Greg.
Oh, is it wet, Bone? I can't tell.
The clouds are ominous looking. I don't know.
Looks like if you look at the right side by like those pit walls, it looks a
I
little
think
shiny
we
there.
will see some sort of weather. I don't know if it'll be right away.
Anyway, let me check the formation. Formation lap is off, so we're gonna jump right into it.
Sorry, blow jobber. We're going in raw this time.
Looks like it's gonna be dry, Bone. The drivers are on the dry tires for now, but it
Yeah,
just
but I mean, it
looks,
looks like it could play a factor there, Greg.
yes, the typical British kind of day.
It looks like my university dorm room out there, so gotta be careful.
So again, it's going to be really important as long as we're on the dry tires here to stay in that lead pack, however large it may
Okay.
be. You
Greg,
don't want to fight too much.
this is a 2 minute break that they do because there's no formation. So yeah,
Okay, fair.
they try to organize that.
And I
Um,
won't give away any specifics here, but just for now, generally more drivers are on the softs, but as the time goes on, they are switching to the mediums. So I think that might be the way to go is start on that medium tire, maybe throw on the softs later. But
well,
again, you want to stay in that DRS train. However long it is, you need to stay there.
and Greg, you've been referred to as a mad scientist and the professor. This looks like the kind of race you could maybe thrive in. Like the conditions look like they may be ever changing today.
Yeah, you never truly know, especially around here.
And
You
grip.
can ask the engineer 10 times about the weather, he'll tell you it's clear, and then sometimes things can come unexpectedly and that rain's on the way. So you obviously want to anticipate that. And the pit stop here is so long as well. So you cannot afford to potentially put on another set of dries if the rain is coming, you know? Kind of have to make them last. So, yeah, that's going to be very important. Oh, and then the rest of the grid, as I mentioned there, it was then we were on to 17th VDV, then Vixal in 18th in the Red Bull, followed by another one, and then Jose in the Aston Martin is in 20th. Okay, here we go. 5 red lights are upon us here for Lightning Speed Racing, round 5. Group 1 around Silverstone. We are now off. B-Tom is in that pole position. Looks like some drivers stepping out further behind, but everything keeps clean for now. Mango, though, does move to the inside and push B-Tom off the track there a little bit. Now it's 3 wide for the lead. B-Tom rejoins. Try not to get too
Oh,
impacted.
Ferrari
Oh,
through.
Ferrari almost flies into him, but now it's Konami in the Haas in that lead position, followed by Mango, then Tom, Mac T. B-Tom lost a lot of spots there with that opening corner. Now down the Wellington straight here, we have the McLaren
Oh,
of Mac
we
T
got
going to
contact.
battle with Nander.
Jordan, two wavy contact there, falling back.
Jordan slipping behind, but it's still everything to play for up top here. The gaps have not opened up substantially yet, besides B-Tom, who needs to get back with this DRS train. I imagine he'll be able to do that, but he can't mess around here. He's down to P7 when he started in pole position. That was not ideal for him, but as we talked about before, he definitely has the skills to make up for it. He just cannot fall behind from this DRS train that's about to start on this next lap. For now, though, Konami's up 3 positions. Looks like Tom is trying to get into P2 right behind him on Mango around the outside of Stowe. Very hard to pull this off without getting that track limits warning.
Nice
Tom
move.
might have gone a little bit wide there, but he gets the move done. Now into P2. And once this DRS activates, it's going to be very hard to actually move up this train. So that was important for Tom.
Greg, did you see exactly what happened there with Mango to start? Or
Yeah,
what caused B-Tom to lose?
B-Tom was on the left side as he starts on the grid, and they approached that high-speed left-hander, and they just got a little bit of contact. Nothing major, nothing that wasn't recoverable from, but it knocked B-Tom off the track, and that kind of made him slow down and lose momentum. And the field kind of got by him there. Very, very minor contact, but there definitely was some pushing him to the left side there.
Okay, so great start here for TTV and Tom, both up 3 spots, and Nander up 2 on those softs, which he was going to be looking to do.
Speaking of those tires, let's cover that now in full detail. So almost everyone on the mediums, besides Nander and Blowjobber. Those two are the only two on the soft tires for now. So that move by Tom to get into P2 was very crucial, because you're about to see it'll be hard to pass someone when you both have DRS.
Absolutely.
So everyone kind of keeping it stationary. Now it looks like this DRS train has extended all the way down to P10. That might be the first separation. Looks like we already have a penalty for Vacant Haddock in P13. Oh, and
We got some
moments behind him as well.
Yeah. Emerge,
Who was
another
that?
one.
I think that was Vixal, maybe?
Vixal. They're in a pack here, battling tough.
Another one side by side for P17 with Emerge. Or no, sorry.
Emerge.
And Viper was there too, fighting all throughout the field here. But again, that train is now pretty set from P9 to P1. Gaming James is on the inside of Ozan in the Williams.
B-Tom has got back to that DRS drag in P6, so he has bounced back nicely.
And he's gotten past Robin as well, so he's going to have to slowly make his
way.
way.
We got contact from Nander and Mango here tight. And Nander, though, has done a great job on those softs, doing what he had to do. Whoa! Okay.
Mango was not giving up on that outside line there until the very end, and Nander did make him back out there. Now he is on those soft tires, as you mentioned, Bones, so he's going to have to make the most of this early grip advantage he has. Let's see if he goes for the move again here on Tom. But like I mentioned, it's a little bit harder to do that when you're up here and everyone has that DRS open. Now, it's important for B-Tom to get by MacT as soon as possible. Oh no, MacT has lost his end plate. I jinxed him there. He's lost some of his front wing on the back of Mango. There was some awkwardness in that chicane.
I think Mango and Nander might have touched him. Some awkwardness happened.
I was just going to say B-Tom needs to get by MacT because they are teammates. And if they were forced to be... looks like someone's off the track there. Nander's off in the Williams, losing positions now. Down to P7, just ahead of Gaming James. Oh, that was close.
Yeah.
But anyway, I've been trying to... Tom now in the lead. The action is ferocious here. We can't get any of our points
Sorry,
in.
Greg.
B-Tom needs to get by MacT because they are teammates. If there's a safety car, that will greatly disadvantage him, so he needs to get this done ASAP. And MacT also has damage. He is falling off.
Yeah, good point. Unfortunate for MacT, man.
Yeah, I just got caught up there on that final chicane. I think Nander at the time was battling Mango, and everyone just kind of slowed down a bit, maybe unexpectedly there.
Again,
He has paid the price for
at
that.
this track with this quality of driver, I can't say we'll see a safety car, so we'll have to keep an eye. But here
So
comes Beatham.
B-Tom needs to get this done and does so and gets back within 1 second of the cars ahead. Konami has moved back into P1 as well over Tom 98. But as I mentioned, those top two can easily swap positions. It's the guy in third that is going to have a tough time getting involved. And they have separated now as well, Bone. The top 9, they are really pulling away. Another one has left the session.
Invite him back.
Yes, I can invite
him. I'm the one doing the broadcast. Yeah, exactly.
I will invite him right away.
Emerge and Jordan here, just in a battle. They have been most of the race. Really quality lobby today. Lots of good racers.
This race goes by very quickly as well. It's very high speed. So you would be surprised how actually quick these stints will be. Already 5 laps in. And Mango again is going to need to get by Tom or Konami depending on where they end up in the moment.
Also, Greg, you don't know what the weather could potentially do either. You know, I wouldn't rule out a little rain.
It's getting a little bit foggier, as you mentioned that, Bone. A little bit hazier. Might be some rain on the way. Maybe that's why the mediums is preferred. Maybe that's why most people went with it, because then you can go a little bit longer. Realistically, they'd probably want to pit. Oh, no, we'll get to that in a second.
Nander and Robin. Nander and Robin contact.
Oh my goodness.
These guys are fighting hard.
And Nander is getting involved with all these drivers here. He hit the bollard there at the pit entry. They were side by side through Stowe.
So Robin,
I was going to say, usually you want to pit maybe lap 13 or 12 on these medium tires. So if we see them go beyond that, I think that'll be a sign of some weather on the way. We will find out.
So Greg, you're saying you would take the softs basically the same amount of time you would take the mediums. Is that just because of the lower fuel?
Yeah, I think it'll work out. Yeah. Lower fuel and the soft tires are actually pretty robust around here as well. They're not too bad.
Mango is having a look at Tom here. He is trying to move.
And he needs it. Look at him. He's going to maybe go for the move here. All over the back of the Red Bull. But just not enough space to get alongside for now. He's going to back off into Cops. And I think Tom here will have a pretty easy time getting back into the lead. It's a matter if Mango can get by Konami in the Haas in front, because they are very close to one another right now. The DRS is open though for the Red Bull. Pulls to the left side of the circuit. Nope, not quite. He's just holding on to that P2 for now.
Tom trying to get through Mango right there as well.
Yeah, similarly to Mango, B-Tom's going to have a tougher time getting through. Looks like the cars got closer though. A little bit of a stack up there in the chicane, and B-Tom just taps the rear of Mango, but it's not enough to cause damage. Looks like Mango has pulled off though.
But look at Mac T though.
B-Tom
Mac T's still in the picture here, even with that wing damage. So shout out to him.
That's true. Great point, Bone. He's only 10th and a bit off the next car.
Mac T and Robin, a little contact there. So things are getting spicy up here.
And that was interesting for Mango. I wonder why he chose to let B-Tom there. That looked pretty deliberate.
I think it's because Mango moved over a little late on the straight. Is what I think. I noticed that. Like, and I think he was just saying, oh, my bad. Yeah.
It was interesting, though, because he was ahead, was he not? So
I don't know if you saw it, though. Mango did move over a little.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not calling out Mango or anything, but seeing as he gave the spot back, I think that's why.
And now B-Tom will take that. He's going to probably not be within striking distance this particular lap, but he's going to look to close that gap down. And I think rain is on the way, Bone. Just the way these clouds look right now.
Very ominous, Greg. Absolutely. As TTV says, don't watch me, watch TTV. Goes into P1.
So those two need to work together. They need to pit together. They want things to remain as they are. Because if they don't keep passing each other like that, B-Tom can get involved. And also don't count out Mac T and Robin further behind.
Greg, is there any way
Looks.
you could invite just Jose? Can you like add him and invite him? I
Oh,
don't
did
have
he
him on my
drop?
list. He's trying to get back in. Yeah. Is there any way you can add him?
Yes.
Jose, I know you're watching. Greg Jennings is
I
going
got
to add
no
you
way.
on EA. I think you hit the big fat
He's cross platform.
it's
Oh.
cross dresser. No, but you think if you just hit the big PlayStation button, there might be a way to do it. Oh, he says he has me on EA. Okay, hold on. It's
Yeah,
possible. I have
sorry,
a lot of
Bone.
people. I don't know. Just
Not
Jose
quite
wants to be your
sure.
friend. Okay, Jose's already set this up. Okay, Jose, I got you, bro. I got your friend request.
There we go. Good for Jose to get back in. I'll cover it now, just for now, while Bone's getting Jose in there. Tom 98 and Kaname are still in this top two positions. B
Sent you an
Tom
invite.
though is very close. He might have a look here, Bone.
Let's be.
Pixel gets a 3-second penalty further behind. And looks like we had some pit stops as well. Looks like Ozan has pit and Vixal had to do that earlier. But for now, Tom is battling Konami here through Stowe. They want to be careful not to invite B-Tom into the middle of that, but they do eventually sort it out. B-Tom's just looking for his opportunity. Looks like a bit of a snap there from Tom98. And Konami is now beside him. This is not ideal. B-Tom might get involved here. They're now side by side through that first and second turn. Oh, they just sorted out though.
Mango right there too.
That really closed them all up there. Yeah, that battle lost them some time.
Mac T, Robin, Game James, Nander.
I think B-Tom's got a look here on Konami. Maybe not. That DRS is just so strong, but he's forced Konami to go for the overtake on the inside. Very smart from B-Tom because that'll force these two into a fight, and now he's looking to take advantage of it. On the inside of the Haas, through, I believe it's Brooklyn's. Oh, they got close there.
Nice
And B-Tom
Tom.
has
What
now
a
moved to
move.
P2.
What a move.
Still has Konami on the outside, but it's hard to stay side by side through cops. And Konami
Konami
has paid
down
the
to
price.
fourth.
Oh, he just tapped Mango there, Bone. That was close.
Mango there. Sorry, Jose. It's a hard time to do it again right now. Okay. I.
Mango now down to P3. B-Tom is in that prime position now where he can easily pass the leader if he chooses to do so. For now, though, elects to stay in P2.
Gaming James and Robin here. Oh, some contact.
Further behind.
Oh,
yes.
yeah, there
They're
it
around.
is. There it is.
Oh,
I knew
no,
that was
Robin is
coming. Robin
around.
and Gaming James, they were banging the whole time.
At that final chicane, which as we've seen, Bone, can invite some incidents. If you go side by side through there, it's very easy to knock each other out.
Okay, guys, I have to send this guy one more invite quickly. Emerge is out here. Is that in the pits? Yeah, it's in the pits.
In the pit lane.
Okay, I'm going to quickly invite Jose because I can't
Wonder
say
why
no
he
way.
chose to leave there. That's interesting. Another one has left. Oh, people are dropping here, Bone. Not sure what's happening.
The game is terrible for that.
Facts. So this battle for the lead is still now down to 6 cars realistically. Nander is the last of those 6 on those soft tires. He's definitely lost some pace compared to what he had at the start.
And Mac T benefited
still
here.
Holding on.
Still hanging around with that damage, you know. I don't even know, Greg. When he pits, is he going to repair that wing? Is it even?
He might not have to. The way this is going.
But I don't know if. Yeah, I don't know if a win is on the table without that win. But I mean, it is Mac T, and he is hanging around.
So B-Tom now, speaking of for the win, moves into the lead, and Robin gets a penalty further behind. But yeah, I think Mac T, it's going to be a tough call. Oh, looks like Mango has jumped in the pit lane there. So maybe there isn't rain. Maybe it's just
no. There, I was told there's no rain for the race by Viperize.
Okay, there we go.
Sorry, I should have told you.
Oh, that's all good.
Oh, Robin with a 10-second. He's just DNF'd. He says, forget this, man. Oh, Robin, that's not what we want to see.
He's retired, yeah. He's dropped. There was an incident there with, who was that again?
It was
Gaming James?
Gaming James, I believe.
Yeah.
Was it Gaming James? It was an Aston Martin. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that has dropped one of our favorites here. I believe now we have these, I guess, five, or no, six drivers. Sorry, Robin was just further back. It was Mango who pitted onto those hard tires. So he's going to need a strong outlap here because he does not want to fall behind the pace of these front runners who are all in a DRS train with one another. I think, to answer your question earlier, Bone, as the laps go on, I think MacT has no choice. I think he just has to deal with this damage. He has enough
Yeah.
pace to stick with them, and
And
if he pits for that, he will drop out of this
the
train.
back, though, we do have something going on. Jose again. Is he in his car? Is he
Oh!
back?
Nander in the wall! Nander in the wall! He has suffered huge damage. Coming through Maggots and Beckett's, he has dropped off substantially from those leaders, and he
Oh,
will have to come in this lap. His wing is destroyed.
that will hurt.
That was a big moment there. It looks like B-Tom is into the pit lane. So now he's going to put on those hard tires, I believe.
Lofty Pickle's been in the midst of a battle the whole race, too, kind of just hanging around out there. Shout out to him.
He's moved up a couple spots, but there is some pit stops being served right now.
Yep. MacT right on the back of Konami.
Now Tom has just gotten over a second, but I believe that was not the case when the DRS detection point was crossed. So Konami still gets the DRS and allows that to keep him closer to Tom.
Greg, Mango's on the
Already
hards.
approaching halfway here, Bone.
Mango elected for the hards there. Interesting.
And B-Tom's on the softs. B-Tom is on the softs.
Isn't this a
Interesting
medium
as well.
soft type track? I guess, I don't know. Maybe there will be rain coming at the end, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe Mango had to pit early. I guess lots of different options here, Greg. Also, the track is cold, so
Let's see if he can stick with B-Tom. It'll be very difficult. He's going to have to make up 4/10 here pretty quickly. And he's on, obviously, the harder tires on the hards. B-Tom on those fresh softs is going to be a tough driver to stick with.
see if any of the front runners take a pit stop here, especially MacT.
I think this is really going to help B-Tom.
So
Now, Tom98 responds, but I think B-Tom might have pulled off an undercut here to get away from this train. We will see how he compares to Tom98 when he comes out of the pit lane. But now
Onto
it's
the
just
hards.
Konami and MacT in that top leading battle.
Is Tom going to put the hards? He put on the softs, yeah.
Softs,
Yeah, that's why I was
okay.
surprised Mango did the hards.
Yeah, he's fallen further behind from B-Tom now. So I think whatever battle B-Tom might get involved with here, Mango might have dropped off from. We'll see, though, how Tom98 compares. He's now just speeding up, heading up the hill. B-Tom will fly by, though, and that undercut has separated him. And I think that has been what I would think at this point is the move for potentially the win further on. We will find out. Looks like Ozan's retired. He is on the track, Bone. That was a big moment. We missed that one.
Sorry, I did not see
But
that.
no safety car, importantly enough.
Yeah, a safety car would dump this race on its head. Without a safety car, though, are we looking at B-Tom
that
in the
would be
driver's seat here? That'd be nice. To be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, B-Tom, I think, like I said, made that decisive move to pit a little bit earlier, and that will clear him from his competitors, because now he's been on fresh tires for 2 laps, while Konami and MacT continue to circulate on these older mediums, just losing time to B-Tom every lap. Maybe they're playing for a safety car at this point, or some weather to come. We will see. Vacant Haddock is fighting Jordan as well for P6 currently. And Lofty Pickle is close to Arbon and Gaming James.
Here's the
All
blow
these drivers
jobber.
yet to pit, though.
Blow
Oh,
jobber.
look at that bone. Look at that bone. B-Tom is set the fastest lap there. So he is flying. He's got some traffic, though, here. He has caught up to Jordan and Vacant Haddock. This will slow him down a little bit.
Absolutely. Jordan, obviously a fighter. The thing is, B-Tom down the stretch. We'll see how those softs are really holding up. But yeah, I
He's
think at
pulled
this
2
point,
seconds ahead of
Yeah.
Tom.
at this point, he's seemingly nailed the strategy. See if he can get through here.
He's Yeah, he's kind of stuck right here.
Oh,
Oh my goodness, he was almost taken out there
almost taken
from
out
the
there.
moment with Vacant Haddock and Jordan. Are they 3 wide right now? They are, and Jordan backs out. B-Tom gets the inside line through Cops there.
Wow,
That was B-Tom's race on the
that was
line.
awesome. He did almost get taken out. Oh my god. Wow. So yeah,
I'm
he is
sure
looking,
he was stressed through there.
man, and look at even the gap he's got to Mango. Tom is the guy though that beat Tom does have to be most concerned about it, in my opinion. It was,
And
yeah,
that slowed him down. That slowed him down. Tom is
Tom is
closer now.
there.
He needs to get through them.
And
Or
for
they're
what
going to get out of his way. Oh no! Vacant Haddock thought he about it. Looks like B-Tom hits the curb there. And look at that, Bone.
yeah, so
That
this
has
is a race.
brought them together.
Yeah, and for what it's worth, Tom's tires 1 lap fresher, and he wasn't really
Fastest
racing
lap.
people. So yeah, Tom obviously
Fastest
won
lap for
the
Tom.
interleague event here, so he is good at this track, his home track. I mean, he's good at every track, but he seems to really like
Yeah,
this one.
he
Mango,
is
no
amazing.
Mango,
Oh,
bro, come on,
he's
man.
out.
He just retired on purpose after that, but Mango, I hate to
Oh
see it when that
man.
happens to Mango. Those penalties, man.
A good result was still on the way. I don't
I
think he
think
had to retire there.
the issue was putting the hards on. I don't understand that. I
Yeah.
think he should have stayed out a couple extra laps, but then again, I am not about to tell Mango how to race. So,
So that little bit of traffic with Jordan 2AV and Vacant Haddock slowed B-Tom down, and now Tom 98 is really in this fight. And like we said at the start, it's going to be very hard to drop someone once they're in your slipstream and DRS. So now this has become a tactical kind of chess battle here between the two.
meteorologist, I
Ta
took your dog. Said it is looking quite gray out. So,
Oh, Gaming Jane speeding into the pit lane. We've seen that a few times tonight. That is a problem around here. It is a slower pit lane, so it's giving some drivers
it's
some
a problem
difficulties.
in this game. I think some commissioners are a little strict about that. Greg,
uh,
whoever else, every other commissioner.
Tom 98 has sped up here, Bone. He is now putting B-Tom under serious pressure, only 1.6 tenths behind him. MacT, though, let's quickly check him. He did not fix his wing like I thought.
Yeah.
So
It's
he's
going to be
kind of
tough either
alone
way,
now.
man. They stayed out a long time. In a way, they hung themselves out to dry.
Speaking of damage, Lofty Pickle also has damage of his own.
And
I'm just
Greg, if it
scrolling.
started raining at any moment, I would not be surprised. Just looking around.
Yeah, it's looking damp, man. It's looking like it's there. It's just a matter of time. But we were told dry conditions were expected, so it's really tough right now.
What do you think? I took your dogs. He says it's going to rain. And I took your dogs just knows, man. He says it doesn't matter what the guy says. He's like, just look at the
Just puts his
sky,
finger
man.
up in
Look
the
at the
air.
sky. I'm like, oh. He's like, go outside and look at the sky. He puts his finger in the air. He kisses his finger, puts it in the air. Here goes Tom though on B Tom,
Yeah,
and this is a race, folks, in my opinion.
yeah. It's turned into this kind of chess match.
And just for a little history here, these guys have I've seen them race each other 2 times for the win late in races, and they did come together a couple times, just
And I
racing
think
hard.
that one lap pressure advantage is definitely
Is it
something
a
to
thing, Greg?
consider.
I don't know if it's the lap itself, but the fact that he did have to do some racing other cars during that lap.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Yeah, he was not taking the ideal lines because he had cars around him that he needed to get by right away, so maybe that took a little bit out of his tires. Tom,
Kaname is out
oh,
now in
Konami's
P3.
there.
He's
Yep.
6.8 seconds behind. Can he make that up if the other two guys are battling on those fresher tires, or will it be too hard to overcome the DRS?
That's going to be difficult. Yeah, these
With,
two are very smart.
Even without the DRS, it would be very, very difficult, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
And I don't think 98 and B-Tom are going to be fighting too hard right now. They know the situation.
I will agree with you there, but I do know that I have seen them race each other quite hard in the past. But yeah, they're both smart. It won't happen. It won't happen yet. Sure.
They're just kind of play this cat and mouse DRS chess match game. Looks like Lofty Pickle has picked up a 3 second further behind.
Exactly.
Mac T is moving, looking for a move here, maybe on Konami. Nope, not quite. Just a little bit too far back. But this is going to help him speed up a little bit with that damage, allowing him to stick with Konami here.
Beat on.
Oh,
Say
Lofty Pickle
purple.
goes off the track.
So Beaton, man, in my opinion, even though he started first, he's got to be a driver of the day candidate because he fell back to P9, and he seemed to make it back in like 3 laps. So
Yeah, I would agree with you, Bone. He's had to work a little bit harder for this one than
yeah.
you would have thought, just looking at his starting position compared to where he is now. And Tom is there to spoil the party at any moment. Looks
Konami
like
has taken
Nander
half a
has now
second.
sped and DNF'd.
Greg, Konami has taken off over half a second since we last mentioned it, so just something to watch.
Okay, you're right, Bone. Yeah, so now
Yeah,
down
it
to
is going down.
6.6.
This guy's just super quick, man. So we'll see if anyone can do this. It is him. He's yeah,
So that's
and he's not coming alone if he gets there. I think Mac T
8
might know
laps
that.
at this point, right?
Well, he took a second in the last lap, and look at it come down.
Oh, and
That's gonna
then,
go up a
yeah,
bit.
Tom 98 and B-Tom are swapping again. Yeah, he's going to need about a second a lap to have a chance.
Yeah. Then again, he could get 2 or 3 just in one lap. These guys do go a little hard, so.
Right, yeah. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right, though, Bone. He
It is unlikely, though.
consistently getting closer.
Yeah, it just goes down every time I look. That's all I'm saying. That extra 6 or 7 laps, and there's the fastest lap of the race.
Yeah.
Something to
27.8.
think
That
about,
might
man.
stand. And then looks like everyone further behind has kind of separated.
Yeah, not
really,
much else brewing here.
We're looking at 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. That's about it. 3 duos here.
And again, Blowjobber with a great race here on those 9-lap mediums. I'm surprised Blowjobber hasn't made those bust yet, but he will keep going on them and see what kind of result he can get. Konami also, I've just been watching that Delta.
So just from an overall standpoint, Tom 98 has moved up 4 positions. That's definitely commendable. He had a great first lap as well. Then B-Tom has currently fallen 1, but he's obviously right behind the leader. Konami's up 1, Mac T's down 1, Gaming James up 4 as well as Lofty Pickle. And then look at VDV. We haven't even talked about him once. He's up 9 positions, but he's got some penalties to worry about.
And I just want to give a shout out here to Mango. He's actually got COVID and he's not feeling well. I didn't know that.
Oh,
yeah, he said his vision's been blurry. He's not feeling well. So shout out to Mango. Feel better, Mango. And yeah, I knew something was off. I knew something was off.
Yeah.
With Mango today. So yeah, shout out to Mango, man. Feel better.
When you're racing guys like this and you're not feeling well, it really is difficult. These guys are very, very good, and
it's not a casual.
They don't make many mistakes.
It's not a casual drop in, chill. It's intense racing.
So Konami is still getting closer now, 4.6 seconds away from the leaders.
Mac T, though, has navigated this race beautifully, considering the damage. He's using the other drivers here, too. Just a smart race from him, to be honest.
All of these top 4 kind of have really done very well here. That's to be expected, but like they each kind of have their own story.
Yeah,
you know.
Absolutely, man. You're right. There is no uniformity in those four races. Absolutely, Greg.
I personally think if we're gonna skip ahead and look towards who we might pick as our driver of the day, it's honestly gonna be the winner. Any of these 4 would earn it, because B-Tom had the difficulty, as you mentioned. Tom 98 had an amazing first lap that put him in this position. Got a little bit lucky with some traffic, but that's not his fault. Konami's stayed in there. He's going incredibly fast right now.
You're right.
And then Mac T has the damage.
They've all faced some adversity. You're right. I think maybe Mac T's might have been the greatest, just because competing at this level with damage.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah,
he was done for
that's
when he got
huge.
it, and I thought maybe P4 was his ceiling. But at the end of things here, he may be in the picture. I don't want to jinx anything, but crazy things happen. The gap is closing.
It's getting closer and closer. So he's 3.7 seconds away. How you got to think about it is he's 2.7 away from getting DRS, because once he gets DRS, then kind of the options open up.
Great point, Greg.
Um, so if he can get that gap down in like 3 laps or so, he has a great opportunity. If he gets there at the final lap, it just might not be enough time.
And we
But
also have to think about the prospect of perhaps Tom and B Tom going too wide in a place they normally wouldn't, or whatnot too.
yes,
So that can be a half a second up to a second. Who knows? So,
yeah, especially
yeah,
the way Konami's driving, he's going to take advantage of every single
he's on a
little
mission.
moment of awkwardness or whatever.
But to their credit, they haven't really done anything that would compromise too much time.
I think they both see him coming, right? And
Yeah,
they
they do, and yeah.
they need to be smart about it. But
Both.
obviously, at some point, things are going to go out the window.
Where would you say? Would you say that would be the last lap, Greg?
Yeah, I mean, it would be either then or if he starts getting closer. Like if he gets to the back of them, they're gonna want to
You're
maybe
gonna have
have
to
the position
watch
over
this.
each other in
Yeah,
case he gets through on one of them, right? So
yeah.
if he gets in that DRS, they're gonna start fighting harder. Or yeah, maybe last lap.
Just watching his POV Konami's, man, those cars are getting closer and closer.
Oh, it's so satisfying. Just
Yeah,
reeling them in.
it's awesome. I didn't know this is what this looks like. Normally, when I'm playing, they're going the other way. But Mac T has fallen out of the DRS now, which will
Yeah, Konami
really
is
hurt him.
flying.
Konami's flying,
And he
and
has no damage, of course. So
he's pushing and pushing.
now just under 3 seconds there for a moment.
Blowjobber all over the back of Jordan, too wavy.
A lot of DNFs today, a lot of retirements.
Yep.
And also another one and Jose, I believe, are not in the session. So right now, I think there's only 12 racers here.
Yeah, not too much brewing, but I mean, when you got this situation at the front, that's all you really need. I mean, what more could you ask
And
for?
Konami didn't quite make up as much time on the straight there, but look at that. As soon as he turns the car into the corner, he makes up more. And I think there was a moment where those two drivers went side by side up into here.
I don't.
Looked like it for a second there. Now down to 2.7. He needs to get there as soon as possible, obviously, stating the obvious.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's gonna be super tight. These are the sections of the track he needs to capitalize on.
And they are sharing that DRS further ahead as well, so they are making the most of that. Allowing one of them to open the flap and then the other to slot behind and get the slipstream, and overall as a tandem going much faster than they could alone. And saving battery as well.
Yep. I've seen you do this many times, Chenzo, Zabby, etc. It's you're playing the game, man. That's all you're doing.
Yeah,
Playing the game.
it's kind of how it is these days with the
Playing the game,
DRS
bro.
and the battery. And
So it does come down to driving and skill, but you have to be good at the video game too. I say it all the time. It's not their fault. That's what you have to do to win in these games. So
now Tom is back into the lead, and I think Konami has just slowed down just a touch from where what he was doing earlier. He's still gaining. He's a little bit wide there, but now 2.4 seconds approximately away. He's going to need to be a little bit faster, of course, to get in this fight
well, Greg, the
with
good
enough
news
time to
is,
actually do something, right?
even if Konami doesn't get there, we are still going to have an incredible battle.
Oh yeah, these two
Two
are going to go all
Titans.
out.
Two Titans. They win everywhere they go. I mean, and neither of them will back down.
I beat one of them one time, and it was like one of my greatest races. So
Which was that? You've beaten B-Tom before. I
true.
believe,
Okay, I got lucky in USA one time when he put on the wrong tires.
I actually defeated B-Tom recently too at a Baku IFM race. He did DNF and I finished, but that's a
Very
win.
nice.
And he even
Hey,
said,
man.
he even admitted to it. He even admitted to it. He's like, "You got me today, man. You had a better car." I know, I know.
Like I
But
said,
yeah,
if you were on top of either of them, you had a great race.
and
That's
I was gonna
generally how it
say, yeah,
goes.
you did, I believe, finish ahead of Tom last Sunday, and that's a hell of an accomplishment, man, because he's a great
that
driver and
that will not happen often. I'm telling you that.
definitely
So
an achievement
these two are
regardless.
evenly matched here. Looks like Tom 98, or sorry, B Tom is going to move past Tom 98 as we've seen. Konami's now under 2 seconds, briefly there. In terms of the questions we had about rain, I think those have been answered. Looks like it is not going to arrive and affect things here. It's just been a gloomy day around Silverstone, but it's been very exciting. Looks like VDV further behind in the Sauber has another penalty. I'll quickly cover that while we're on this last two laps here. So Gaming James has 10, Lofty Pickle with 3, VDV with 6, and then Vacant with 9 seconds. But no penalties up here. Now the gap only 1.5 seconds from Konami to P2.
And Greg, don't forget, if Tom and B Tom start battling on the final lap, or when they do, Konami's close enough now to capitalize on something that would happen.
Yes, if there's a big moment, they
If
go
there's a
off track,
moment,
he's
he
going to be
could
right
sneak
there.
through. Yeah. And
And they're
again,
going to
B
look to
Tom,
save battery as well, because they need it for this last lap to really go at one another.
they both have 90. Konami 20. Obviously, he's pushing just to get there, but he is getting close, Greg. He is getting super close to that DRS with a full lap to go, man.
It's going to be up to how nice these two
But
play with one another on
but
this
he's
lap.
okay. He's going to have it next
He's
lap
in
this
there.
time. Okay,
Oh,
he doesn't have it just yet, but he's going to have it on the final lap, bro. So now B Tom has passed Tom.
and now B Tom is in that, in my opinion, prime position in P2 on this last lap around here. That's generally where you want to be. Like we said, that's how the game is played. Is now Tom is in the front.
But Greg,
B Tom will have an opportunity to have the
with,
DRS open,
with
but we will
Konami,
see what
oh,
happens
okay.
here. Final lap here for LSR round 5, Group 1 Silverstone. A clash of the Titans, as it usually is here between the two Toms. Tom 98 in the Red Bull right now in the lead behind in front of B Tom in the McLaren. Konami has now entered the DRS just about.
No, flap's not open.
Oh, maybe he didn't get it quite in time. Okay, the battling is starting though. B Tom thinks about the move but cuts back. Tries to put Tom 98 offline. That's going to slow them down again. Konami is definitely now in this DRS range.
Spicy, spicy.
Now, B-Tom goes for the lead ahead of this final DRS zone. That is interesting. Let's see how this plays out through comps one final time.
Buckle up, folks.
Here
Buckle
it
up,
is.
folks. Take it, Greg.
Now, Tom 98 is in that prime position. Oh, looks like there's a car ahead though, a ghosted car. Oh, doesn't quite get close enough to B-Tom though. I thought B-Tom might have had the DRS, but Tom does. And now the battle is going to be on. Tom swoops to the outside of Stowe. B-Tom does not let it happen easy. They get together, and looks like B-Tom does skip a little bit over the curbs. Konami has ghosted through him. It's now down to the final couple corners. B-Tom is going to be fighting for this P2 now. Looks like Tom 98 has taken the win. Who will be P2? It is so close, but B-Tom ultimately holds on behind, in front
Wow.
of Konami,
Oh
and
my
then
God.
Mac T further behind with the damage. That was incredible. And then we have Arbon further behind in the Ferrari,
Look
looking
at
to
the
stay in
difference between
P5.
Konami and Betom again. Oh my
Oh my,
goodness.
300ths of a second,
Again,
or was that
I didn't see
thousandths?
exactly the particulars, but I think there was a little contact with Tom 98 and Betom there. Um,
Yes.
and again, it's the third time that they have had a little bit battling on the last lap. So these guys they love to race and fight for it, man. That was
Yeah,
a hell
so
of a race.
B-Tom he went for the battle on the inside. They came together a little bit at the apex. Again, nothing major, but it did put B-Tom's car off onto the curbing, and then that ultimately gave the space for Tom 98 to win. I don't think there's anything worth looking into there from a penalty standpoint, but there was a little bit of argy-bargy, but that's to be expected. And then Konami got so close to getting P2.
Oh,
If
that was a
only he had one more lap, eh, Bone?
That was incredible, man, and that was incredible. He still got to the P2, but yeah, he watching him track those guys down was very exciting, man. I loved it. I actually sent the invites out to the top three to do a interview. We'll see. Tom's not a big talker. B Tom might not want to talk. Kaname, I think would. Yeah, here he
Oh,
is,
there he
right on
is.
cue. It's Kaname, right, bro? I know I asked you last night. I just want to be thorough. So we can't hear you, bro. Maybe your mic's muted.
Yeah, I was plugging in my mic.
Oh, all good, buddy. Hey, man, great race. I think you might have just stayed out a little too long there, but one more lap, man. You were coming, you were tracking those boys down. Thoughts on the race?
It was fun. It was pretty good. I mean, there's nothing bad about the race. Everything was clean. The first lap was interesting, that's for sure. But yeah, it was pretty good. I almost got P2, so
Bro,
I'll take it.
yeah. Wow,
You
that
were
was,
flying,
you were
man. Like,
flying, bro.
very few people track those guys down like that. So
Yeah,
that was impressive.
that
Yeah,
was,
thank you, man. Thank
Fastest lap as well.
yeah, bro. It was a good LSR debut for you, man. So yeah, good race today, bro. And way to catch those guys down the stretch there.
you. Yeah, thank you.
All right, TDB. We're with CPIB, Tom. Man, thanks for doing this, bro. I know it's easy to do this when you're winning, but the fact that you'll do this when you didn't win, I respect it, man. Thoughts on the race?
It was a bit more eventful than I was hoping for, especially with lap one, turn one. But um, it was fun. I was
So
a bit fortunate to gain some positions with some guys spinning and getting damaged. And the MacT, I think he got damaged when I think his
yes.
oil driver had a snap in the final or
Quickly, B,
multiple
Tom.
corner.
What happened to you on lap one that you dropped to P9 there?
Mango just went a bit wide in turn one and we touched, so I had to go off. Um, which is minor contact, but sometimes that's all it takes in this game to just like completely launch your car. So yeah, he didn't really, like do anything egregious. It was just like the slightest touch, and it just like sent me off. But
Well, again, though, you rejoined really safely and stuff too, so
And
that's
then
respectable.
what about the final lap there? Was that kind of the same thing? Just some minor contact for the battling for that win with Tom 98? I noticed you
yeah,
drop back a little bit.
yeah, like we barely touched on the exit of still, and then I got a massive snap, and then like obviously I turned into corrected, which just means I'm turning into his car, and then that makes things a bit worse. But um, yeah, the last couple laps were tricky.
Um,
Um, just
B,
because I
Tom.
knew Konami was catching, and
Yeah.
I couldn't like play DRS games because if I did, then Konami would just get both of us with the fresher tires. So
I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that shit, dude.
yeah,
I was hoping for that because if that happened, I would have won easily. But
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, y'all are smart, so
Yeah, I was gonna say you kind of just answered it, but like, how hard is it to try to battle Tom while being cognizant of Konami coming behind you guys at a rapid rate? So I mean, that must be tough to juggle.
well, the thing is, like, I had to work with him because, with Konami on the much fresher tires, he's gonna close on us pretty significantly. Because the overcut on soft is pretty powerful. Um, so we were just DRS swapping, and then in the last two laps, it was a matter of like, okay, so what's gonna happen? Are the DRS games gonna start or what? So yeah, on the exit of I didn't even know the corner, but on the run to cop side, overtook him when I really didn't want to, but with the Konami closing in, I couldn't afford to, just sit back and wait. So he pretty much inevitably got past me on the run to Stowe. I tried to defend it on the inside, but yeah, you guys saw the slight contact and that made things very close with myself and Konami. So
It was 300. What was it? Three
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 100?
thousandths,
Oh,
thousandths?
3,000. Oh my God.
yeah,
The cars were literally inside
And
of one another.
last night, another similar situation. So you guys put on exciting racing, man. I like how you guys keep it respectful. You're both super quick. You know,
right.
um, it's good to see, man. It's good to see. I know you guys want to win every race you're in, but it's not
yeah.
And
always going
then
to happen.
quickly, B Tom, final question for me. That earlier decision to pit a little bit earlier with the undercut there. Was that what you're going for? Just trying to separate from that battle in the lead? It almost worked, man. Almost worked until you saw, I think it was Jordan and Mr. Haddock. It was working really well. So is that what you're going for? Just a little undercut?
Well, I thought Mango was pitting for sauce, so I figured like if we both pit together, since I felt like we both had maybe the best pace, then we could have like gapped the others while they were still out. But he went onto the hards, which kind of confused me. And then yeah, I cut the traffic and lost like a second and some change. So once that happened, it was just yeah, it made life a lot harder. So it is what
Well,
it is, though. It's the risk you take with pitting as early as I did. So can't
yeah,
complain about it.
I think it almost worked out. I think you were getting away from Tom at that point, but maybe it was close. And then, of course, once someone is on you in this track, it's so hard to get rid of them. You basically have to rely on them to make a mistake. So yeah, that was an important moment. But thank you for joining us for the interview. So close to the win tonight, but of course you are still very much in the lead and in control of this championship. So good stuff.
Yeah, thank you.
And yeah, I just want to thank Greg for joining me doing this LSR race. Hopefully, we'll see you back more, man, and you enjoyed it.
I did, definitely, definitely. It was a great time. Thank you for having me, Bone, and to everyone in LSR. Hopefully, you enjoyed that. And I think what's the next track, Bone? What do we have to look forward to
Hold on, I'll check.
next time out?
I
Let me
will
take a
check.
look.
My Discord is going crazy. One sec.
It's going off right now.
I can only imagine what the LSR chat looks like. But the
Let
next
me check.
race,
I think that's Singapore.
Singapore or Austria? Singapore, I think.
Yeah,
We're gonna go sing
Singapore.
Austria. Um, anyways, guys, I appreciate everyone tuning in. Thank you so much from myself, T-Bone, Greg. Lightning Cup tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern, 7 UK. TTV and B Tom will be there. Saudi. And Greg, hopefully we can get you in one of these LSR races sometime too, man.
Yeah, LSR, Lightning Cup, great places to spend your time to go racing. I would love to get involved with either of them from a racing standpoint as well. It's a little bit earlier for me, unfortunately, where I live, but if the stars do align, then I'm definitely down. So hopefully we'll
Great,
see
man.
more of that soon. Thank you for having me, though.
Both very good leagues, unlike that Mushroom Cup. Don't go over there. It's
Hey,
treacherous.
hey, 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 hey.
I'm sorry. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I love the Mushroom Cup. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. Take it easy.